Depending on who you ask, they'll tell you I'm a legend. From YO to the Veil to the Mongo spot on Creston. Always been 1,000, never ever been a lame. Lay a nigga down for these 3 letters on my chain.
Yo, what's happening? What it do? What's shaking with it, man? This is your boy J Hood and all that, and you are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Tales from the Hood vlog series, man. You know what your boy needs you to do, though, man. Make sure you stream or download my brand new project entitled S.E.L.F, and make sure you go grab up the Pesci trilogy as well. Pesci Part 1, 2, and 3 available right now on all digital streaming platforms. All right? Check it, though. Before we get into today's episode, I just want everybody to make sure you go check out my dude, DONNIEGRAMZ new album, man. Streets Raised Me. It's on Spotify right now, and it's on YouTube as well. I'm going to post a link to Spotify in the description box below, and I'm going to play a snippet to his latest video at the end of this episode. So, like I said, make sure you go check the boy out. Shout out to Buffalo. Streets Raised Me. DONNIEGRAMZ. All right? All right, look, so today's episode, we're going to talk about something that people have been hitting me about since I started doing this vlog series. I try to, take all you guys' requests into consideration. And, a lot of people have been hitting me about this for a while. And what I'm talking about is the making of the Ruff Ryder All Star freestyle track, right? Okay, so how that took place is Styles, he came to the lab and was like, the big homie D and all, and they want you to get on this track for the Ruff Ryder compilation. I'm like, all right, bet. He's like, yo, they already got it and all that. We just got to go over there and you knock it out and shit. I'm like, okay, bet. So we ended up going to the Ruff Ryder studio, right? So I don't think nobody else's verse was on it. They just played the beat. And SP did the intro and all that. If you remember the track, he's like, yo, such and such, I got such and such on these tracks. And, I had to bring my little nigga, yo, Hood, da-da-da. So he did that. So he just like, yo, make sure you murk this shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm writing, wrote my verse. Anybody that ever been in the lab with me, even to this day, and back then also, they know that I never, took mad long to write my verses. Shit just used to come like that. Like, you know what I mean? No more. So I'm sitting there, say for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. Came up with the verse, made sure it was strong, made sure it was what I wanted to say, let him hear it. He was feeling it. I'm like, all right, bet. So let's do it. Went in the booth, knocked it out. Like, bear in mind, Cassidy or none of these other dudes that was on the track, they wasn't in the studio. You know what I mean? Like, we was in the Ruff Ryder joint. They had the A studio and the B studio. We was in the A studio, which was the biggest room in the joint. So we in there knocking it down. I don't remember if Swiss was there or not. But I know it was me, P, the engineer, Chach, and a couple more other people. Because when I laid the verse, they was going silly in there. You know what I mean? Like, I knocked it out, finished it up, everybody was going crazy. You feel me? I'm like, okay. I'm like, that shit was hard. That shit was hard. Got out the booth, SP dialed me. I'd be like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, all right, cool. So I felt I did it justice. He did. Like, I'm like, okay, I did my thing. So now, later on, when it's time for the track to come out, see, this is what happened. I didn't know who was going to be on the track exactly and how the order was going to be, right? I didn't find none of that out until after the fact. I kind of had a feeling that Cass was going to be on it, though, because it was a track displaying all the, the younger talent, on Ruff Ryders and then the Ruff Ryder family and all that. So I heard the track. I heard everybody that was on it. And then I seen what they did. And when I say they, I don't mean like them, but, Swiss has a big influence over there. And he, obviously at the time he did, you know what I mean? Because he was their biggest producer and Cass was his artist. So what ended up happening is not only did Cass get a chance to spit one verse, but he made sure that Cass got another verse to make sure he kind of outdid everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a chance to spit 2 verses and everybody else get a chance to spit 1, of course, it's going to seem like you outdid everybody. You know what I mean? Not throwing no shade or throwing no rocks on it. I'm just speaking from a realistic standpoint, right? If you have any sense, you heard that and probably put that together yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Just from listening to it, like, okay, this dude got 2 verses, everybody else got 1. So I heard that they gave him 2 verses. I'm like, yo, man, what kind of shit is this, man? You know what I mean? Like, I know he pushing the homie and all that, and he, you know, he trying to promote him and shit, but come on, man. You gonna let him get 2 verses and let everybody else get 1? That's that bullshit, man. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna lie to you, I wasn't really feeling that. But it was what it was at the time, and you know, everybody was feeling the track, they was fucking with it. The streets was fucking with it. And, you know, to this day, people still talk about it, but like, I'm gonna come clean. Like, I wasn't feeling the fact they gave that man 2 verses. I'm like, nah, man, if he got 2, let me get 2, man. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't go down like that. But it's still a hard track to this day. Motherfuckers still fuck with it. And like I said, people ask me about it regularly. So there you have it. That's the backstory on how it came about and how it took place. So like I was saying earlier, I need you to make sure you go check out my dude DONNIEGRAMZ Streets Raised Me album, and check out his latest video. The description to his album is gonna be, the link to his album is gonna be in the description box below this episode. And what I'm about to do now is play a clip to his latest video. So make sure you check that boy out. Shout to Buffalo.
It's best if he don't say shit. Cops giving food for niggas' statements, and you giving them views. Hit the playlist, it's rules of the engagement. Watching where he moving with a pay win. Shit, we got these bruises from the pavement. They cuff us at the station. That's where niggas really learn patience. I watch real niggas turn to agents.